Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Piper Academy. I'm your host, Army Piper, coming at you every Monday through Friday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time with all the news, the charts, the markets, and everything you need to have knowledge because knowledge is profit. Thanks for joining us here today, guys. First, right off the bat, let's go ahead and pull this up here. This is going to be our thing today. You guys saw the thumbnail. I did not, it was not clickbait. $500,000 Bitcoin is in the math and numbers don't lie. So, but maybe reports do. Of we'll see what's up with that. But is there a possibility of $500,000 Bitcoin coming? Actually, yes, there is, and that's why I put on there no cap, for real, for real. On God, this is actual real numbers. So, guys, thanks for joining us here today. We're going to get into this. We're going to take a look at all the charts, get all the news, get all the markets. We did have just some data that just came in very recently on the numbers for the economy. Let's get into all that. We're going to talk about that, and then we're also going to take a look at the charts. ICP. We had a massive run up on ICP, and we're going to be taking a look at that chart. I got a couple of other things too. Let me move this out of the way over there. There we go. So much better. Thank you very much. Yeah, on that economic side of the calendar there, guys, we had initial jobless claims come in this morning. We're going to be taking a look at that. And we're going to talk about where Bitcoin and all of your favorite cryptos could be headed next. So down in the chat, guys, go ahead and start dropping down there what you would like to see today in some TA. Well, if we have time, we'll get around to that. But before we go any further, I need to show you guys how I get the show done every day, because it's not just me. It's not just Crux in the background doing all of his news and articles and pushing stuff out for me and dropping artwork. It's not my son back there making sure that my tweets are getting out on time and all my shorts. You know what it is? It's teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. There we go. I got my people here. OC guy, Tradefly in the house today, guys. What's up, fellas? How are we doing?
What is going on? And yes, it is. It's Crux, all of it. But
It
no,
is Crux.
seriously.
Crux was working his butt off back there.
Good morning to y'all. I see everyone survived yesterday, and we kind of told you, hey, don't get too scared. We were likely to find some support. We did, and now we're slowly eking up. So, I think a couple people are gonna get shooken out a little bit because it's a big drop. A lot of people got liquidated, so they're gonna slowly re-enter into the market as they get over some of the losses or just seeing their portfolio drop. So, no big deal.
Absolutely.
But hey, happy to
Just
be here.
breathe.
Let's do this.
Just breathe. That's what I said yesterday.
That's
Just
it.
breathe. Calm down.
That's it.
That's a OC guy. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fabulous. It seems like basically everything that we were talking about yesterday, it came basically a reality. So looking fantastic for this upcoming week. I mean, we are already Thursday, right? And this Friday, I'm looking forward for this weekend because I believe that this weekend we might have some volatility, and I'm getting ready for it. So pretty excited, pretty excited.
Yes, absolutely. I am too. I'm getting very excited. I want to give a shout out to the people in the chat this morning. A couple of them here. We got Aaron, and he said as long as 58 seconds left ever. Hello, good morning. He said he made it on time, but we were running late. We were just about 30 seconds late. It's okay. We got Indie Rock Crypto in here, Mr. J. LFB Real is in here, and then Crux of Crypto. There he is, always in there. ZTS Rhythm and Mario. And then we had Justin Eubanks. But I just want to give a big shout out to Alex O Crypto that's in the chat and Lunar Beach Crypto. If you guys don't follow them, they both have great content, great shows, and they're going to be on here very soon, as soon as my new studio is set up. Sometime this month, me, OC Guy, Tradefly, actually, I should say Tradefly, OC Guy, Alex O Crypto, Lunar Beach Crypto, and there we go, we'll be doing a five-man show. It will be on the prediction for the all-time high topping of Bitcoin in 2025. And it's going to be not just a thesis, but thesis and proof of thesis. So it's going to be awesome. We're going to get down on it. It's going to be fantastic. And that's coming sometime this month. So you guys stick around. And if you want to know when that video comes out, it's real simple to do. All you got to do is do that thing right there, and you're going to go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe, and that notification bell, and get notified every time we go live. There's the shill for the clicking of the buttons there, people. Hit that like button if you're getting anything out of this content, and let's get into it. Let's go ahead and talk about some news today, folks. Let's go. Getting over here, let's talk at the cryptocurrency prices, folks. We got a little bit of movement here in the past hour and 24 hours. Really, what I'm going to be looking at here is the 24-hour and the 7-day period here. Bitcoin for the past 24 hours up about 2.8%, still up 1.1% for the week. There you go. So see, nothing bad there. Ethereum though, down 7% for the week, up 1.8% for the 24-hour period here. BNB up 3.5%, Solana up 4%, XRP up 3.3%. So really, what do we see here? There's a trend. We are back up in the hour, but we have not recovered how much we have gone down in this past 7 days. Really, the only one that's doing that really is Bitcoin. So Tron, little bit here. TRX had about 1/10%. That's wrapped Bitcoin. But look, there's the big one today, guys, that we were just talking about. ICP. ICP is up 38.3% in the past 7 days. So that one we're definitely going to be taking a look at here on the charts today. Let's look at the Bitcoin liquidations here. In the past 24 hours, 73,791 traders were liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $161 million. The largest single liquidation happened on Binance. It was BTC for $5.22 million. I wonder if that was crypto savvy. Hey, let's short it. That guy, like, as soon as we had a dip yesterday, he appeared out of nowhere back into the Xverse to talk about, his $8,000 or $9,000 Bitcoin call. Like, whatever, man. Who's going chicken hunting? Is Chicken Pollo in here? Cluck cluck? No? Okay. I just looking. I said, we can't spell I cup. Oh, nice Lunar Beaches. Okay. So looking at here at the economic calendar, guys, initial jobless claims was previously at 220,000 here. We had a consensus of 216K forecasted to come in at 225K, which one of these would be below that number. One would be above that number. We actually came in below everything, 202,000 initial jobless claims for the week. So below expectations. People are not losing jobs as fast as they were forecasted to. And that's a good thing for labor force, right? But tomorrow we're going to be watching this right here. This non-farm payrolls that comes out tomorrow here, guys. Previously at 199,000, their consensus 170, forecast at 150. This means that they think that non-farm payrolls wage growth is going to be weak. So that is what this kind of counters out that. So just so you're tracking. Let's look at the Kabisi letter, guys. Yesterday we had the FOMC minutes that came out, which if you don't know what that is, that means it's the notes, the transcribed notes verbatim of what was said at the last FOMC meeting. So those came out yesterday. 5 key takeaways on that. Fed views rates likely at or near their peak. I would like to say that it's at their peak. I don't want it to be near the peak. That means another rate increase coming, and I don't want that. Fed officials maintain 2% inflation target. So they want to get our total inflation back to 2%, which, if just so you're tracking, our current inflation rate right now is, let me look here, 3.1. We're at 3.1 currently, and I will show you guys where to find that here in a minute. You can get it right on TradingView. It's beautiful. Current rate is at 3%. So we're about, I'm louder. I'm louder, he said. Can you
I think
guys
that might be the chat.
Okay. Can you do me a
Yeah.
favor? I need all three of us to talk. I'm going to talk first right now, and then I need OC to say something, and then I need TradeFly to say something, and then you guys let me know if we are in line with volume.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my talk. But I think it's the chat he might be talking about. So
I know,
if you
but
actually read
yesterday
it,
someone
yeah.
said that I was really loud. They
Yeah,
had
you
to
were.
turn their volume down when I was talking, so I just want to make sure
All right.
we're even now. OC?
OC.
Hey. So talking. Testing,
All right,
testing,
sounds
testing.
great to
Peter
me.
There we
Piper
go.
Pizza.
That's great. Right. So, guys, let us know in the chat there. And if I need to adjust, I can go off of what you said. Just let me know who's the loudest or if anybody needs to change. So, rates are likely to remain restrictive for some time here, meaning that they're going to keep the rates up there a little bit. If you actually look at it, what did they say right now? It's on the books, according to the Fed. They're looking at a three rate cuts over this year. Okay. But markets have actually priced in like 7 rate cuts. So which one is correct? Are the big smart investors All right. Sounds good. Legit all around. I'm just enthusiastic. That's what Eric Wallen said I am. So is it going to be 3 rate cuts, the Fed's right? Or are all of the smart money investors on Wall Street a little bit more wise to the truth of matters, and they are correct with their 7 rate cuts? We'll have to see. They said clear progress has been made on inflation. Well, yes, it has. It's down at 3.1, like I said. Officials acknowledge rate cuts by the end of 2024. Again, according to the CME Watch tool, guys, if we look here, we are actually looking at that by May, a 92% chance in May. So we'll see as we get closer if it's more May 2024 or is it the end of 2024. But the market is still pricing in double the amount of rate cuts compared to Fed guidance. So we'll have to see on that. Let's jump over into this article here. And here we go. When everyone's talking, just make sure that the max decibel is the same for everyone on your streaming software. That's what I'm trying to do. But sometimes I can't really hear myself. I don't have my volume up on myself. I don't like to hear myself talk. I'm glad you guys do.
Yeah, I don't either. It drives me nuts, dude.
Got to get the coffee.
I
Oh,
can't do it. It actually ruins my train of thought when I hear myself.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But shout out to John
ICP.
Schaefer, though.
Yeah,
Let's
no
go.
kidding. John Schaefer is the man. If you guys don't know, Jonathan Schaefer's everywhere, and he was in Billy Goat Tells on Tuesday night. Just awesome all around, dude. Love seeing him in here in the chat. ICP surges by 72%. Will it end in the top 10 club? Will it enter there? Will it get there? Let's go see what they're saying here about ICP, and we're gonna look at the chart today too. Internet Computer ICP has showcased a brilliant performance in the recent past, thereby increasing its market capitalization. ICP's growth rate, should investors expect ICP to enter that top 10 list anytime soon? I wonder if that includes Tether and USDC, because that would be the top 8 technically in crypto. I don't know. We'll have to see. 2024 began with a bull rally for ICP as its price rallied substantially. Was up more than 72% the past 7 days. We just saw that that it was a little bit lower than that, but we're still up substantially on ICP this week, guys, despite the pullback. It was trading at $15.31 with a market capitalization of over $6.9 billion. The good news is that the price hike was accompanied by a 100% increase in trading volume, which is typically a bull signal there. Let's get over here. Will it maintain this bull rally? Considering ICP's stunning performance over the last week, AMB Crypto analyzed whether the token would sustain its bull rally in the days to follow. And our analysis on Santiment's data found ICP's interest increase along with its price. A hike in open interest increases the chance of a continuing trend to the upside. So let's talk here real fast about this, guys. ICP. Lot of hype behind it this week. Is it something that do we see it? So look, real simple. Does it make it to a top 10 this cycle?
I don't know. I mean, I'd say that's hard to say. It's on the trajectory. We can say that. It's trending in the right direction. It seems to have a solid backing. There, like you said, there's a lot of hype most of the hype is for fundamental reasons, which I kind of like that aspect of it. So could it? I'd say it's possible.
Well, just to put this in perspective, it's number 18 right now.
Yeah.
Like that's not far off. I
No,
don't think it's impossible. I don't think it's impossible. OC, what do you think?
I do believe that it has a real chance. I don't know if it's going to make it. I mean, it has a little bit of competition there. Maybe could be getting a little bit higher. I won't say, I mean, I wouldn't venture to say exactly a number. Not right now, because I do have a couple of other ones on my site, but definitely has a chance. Although competition, it's rough. So I don't know. I'll say that I'll hold my actual numeric value for now, but I do believe it has a real chance, and I'll be more than 60% up for yes, it will make it.
Nice. Guys, let us know in the chat what you guys think. Just give a 1 for yes, 2 for a no. Does ICP make it in the top 10 this bull run? Me personally, I think it's going to have a lot of competition getting up there in the top because Bonk Bonk is going to. No, just joking. I'm just joking.
We're talking about
Before
Cocky all the way, baby.
Cocky
Exactly.
U is going to be a top 10. No, not financial advice, guys. And for
Yeah.
transparency, I do own some ICP. I would love to see it get up there, but yeah, never, ever financial advice over here. Let's get back into the rest of this news here. Let's go to. Oh, you had an article, Trade Flag. Let's go to you. Get your
Oh,
article
yeah,
in.
I did. All right. Tether suspected Bitcoin holdings have reached 3 billion. Now, this is a little bit of speculation because I don't know that they actually know the wallet if you read the article. So, when they did do the research, though, they had them at about 1.5 billion or 53,495 coins. That's quite a bit, which at the time that they did the research would make them the 12th largest Bitcoin holder. But they are now saying that they have been accumulating and they are assessing, or I guess they're saying that it's about 3 billion worth at this time. So that's pretty substantial. And, I think this triggers a little bit of conversation, right? Because one, there's such a major holder of Bitcoin. Is that going to be good? And two, this is actually saying, hey, USDT might actually have some backing, right? They have some of that liquidity. And, people always kind of talk about USDT and what if, there was kind of that mass pull for the liquidity, what would happen to it? Would it depeg? Well, now we're actually seeing some evidence that like, okay, they are backed by something, right? So that was kind of the fear. Everyone's like, we don't know that they're fully backed. So there was
Right.
so I can't remember all of the different things that they were backed with. I know that some of them, I know now it's USDC that I'm thinking of that has actual like bonds and all kinds of reserves and stuff. But USDT, I mean, this is good, I think, because I want to see them actually hold something that makes them a little bit more stable. So
Yeah. So something that I'll bring up here is that having Bitcoin as your reserve, right? Your backing reserve is, I think, safer than having debt. And a lot of times that's what these people do. They'll go, hey, we got reserve, we've got $100,000 of this debt that's owed, right? And this is a
yeah,
residual payment that comes in every month. So I can claim that I have $100,000 here backing that because someone's paying this to me. I bought this debt from another company. That's how that works, guys.
right.
Um, I think in the current environment, the current economy, where we've got so many people that are over in debt, and also are the level of defaults that are occurring, I think it's more likely that you're going to have a default on a debt than you are a crash of Bitcoin. I would say $100,000 in Bitcoin right now is a stronger reserve backing than what $100,000 of a bought debt is right now. So yeah, I think it's a good move for them. We had a
Yeah.
question from. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, like, what happens when people can't pay those debts, you know?
They
And that's
default.
exactly what we ran into with some of the exchanges going down. Like,
Yep,
people were not able to pay those debts, and it was like this cascading effect. So, yeah, I'm in unison with you. I think that having Bitcoin is, the safer alternative to having debt. There's no doubt in my mind.
absolutely.
Although
We had a.
make sure that you own your keys. When we're talking about holding crypto or holding Bitcoin, remember, not your keys, not your crypto.
It's true, always true. We had a question from Tara Mitchell in the chat. She said, "Do y'all recommend a place for beginners to start as there is so much I don't understand?" Yes.
Yeah, right here.
Well, first off, for some info, just to learn every day, right here on Piper Academy, we do this. But also
Yeah.
here real soon, Crux of Crypto is going to be releasing a whole series on like crypto for beginners. Like, how do you set up a Coinbase account? How do you how do you set up a Robinhood account? Because between Robinhood and Coinbase, you can pretty much get any stock into any crypto that you want, unless it's off of the major exchanges. But for a beginner, yeah, we've got some videos coming on that, and I would just say check out a Coinbase account. I think it's really intuitive for new users, or Robinhood if you're just wanting to get exposure to like the big ones like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon, stuff like that. Actually, is Matic even back on there yet? I don't know. But yeah, that's the best way to get in there and get started on that. Let's go ahead and jump into the rest of this real fast. And then we're going to get into some charting. So it's almost 7:50 here. That would be 9:50 over there on the East Coast. It's getting late on the East Coast. Let's get into this. New date to focus on for Bitcoin spot ETF approval announced. Source close to the process reveals. Let's take a look down here. You guys know it was supposed to be on the 10th. It is now looking like, where is it? It's real simple. I'm just going to speed through it right there. Positive decision. Applicants are confident of a positive decision from the SEC before January 10th on this matter. And they're actually saying on the 5th, I believe it is in here. I didn't highlight it. We reported the development a few hours ago. Anyway, it's the 5th, guys. That's when they are expecting to hear this back. I had it in here highlighted earlier, and then, like this, and it's gone now. But yeah, January 5th. There it is. There it is. Expects its approval as early as Friday, which is January 5th. That's tomorrow. So we could have news tomorrow on this right here. Approval for that ETF, for Bitcoin spot ETF, approved by the SEC. So we'll see if that happens. And if it doesn't, then maybe people will start doing like City Alumni Plan is doing. City Alumni Plan Bitcoin securities that don't need the SEC approval here. Taking a look at this. This is a Bloomberg article, and I know T-Shroom was trying to read this earlier, but he got a really good little put together on from a summary. But I'm reading the rest of it right now. Speculation about the upcoming approval or denial of spot Bitcoin ETF reaches a fever pitch. A group of former Citigroup Incorporated, Citigroup Inc. executives is starting to offer securities backed by the oldest cryptocurrency that they say does not need the blessing of U.S. regulators. The new offering, called Bitcoin Depository Receipts, will be similar to American Depository Receipts that represent foreign stocks. The startup, called Receipts Depository Corporation, or RDC, planning to issue the first Bitcoin depository receipts to qualified global institutional investors. There's the key: qualified global institutional investors. So this would be a select group of people that will have access to this, just like, accredited investors in the United States. You got to be rich to get all of the good perks. Institutional investors and transactions exempt from registration under the Securities Act of 1933. So there you go. Some of these people starting to go, if you're not going to do your job and approve things, we'll find a way around you, because where there's a will, there's a way, and there's usually a law or a loophole written somewhere for them to do just that. So, all right, guys, on to the headline article today right here. Hard SEC data shows funds plan to invest up to 15% of their assets under management to Bitcoin. So let's get into this and talk about this. And then I got the math and the numbers, because I will tell you, $500,000 Bitcoin is actually a conservative number when we look at this possibility. Just let me get into that first. U.S. Securities Exchange Commission has been a longstanding roadblock. Yep, we know that. That's why these guys are doing their thing. Taking on X on January 3rd, Marty Party observed that a growing number of funds that traditionally invest in securities are now making amendments to their prospectuses to allocate up to 15% of their assets under management to Bitcoin. This doesn't mean that all of them are going to. This is literally just some of them, okay? Like, it might even be one or two, and they're going they're going to do it up to 15%. Guys, calm down. It's not everyone going to do 15%. But that's why I went conservative on my number, or my estimate here. So just so you guys know what, citing this SEC data, Party knows that several funds have already amended their prospectuses to invest 15% of their assets under management to Bitcoin. Through a filing, Advisors Preferred Trust notified the regulator that it can now hold up to 15% in spot Bitcoin through Grayscale. So there's all the prospectuses. They got all the original documents in here. So I went over to ChatGPT. Let's talk about it for a second here, ChatGPT. And I said, all right, ChatGPT, I'm still drinking my morning coffee. And while Legendary Aviation coffee is amazing, I do need a little bit of help here with my brain.
Shield time.
Yeah, you guys can get 10% off this coffee in the link down below. Also, hey, guys, We have a TikTok link now. We've got 3 followers over there. It just started up. It's going to be our shorts every day that we drop. But guys, go down and give a follow to our TikTok if you use TikTok. If you don't, I get it. I understand. I got a lot of friends that don't. Brooks of crypto. So I looked up this 15% here on the what it would be. And so I looked up the most recent number that we had on what the total assets under management are by financial institutions was $135.4 trillion. So I said, what is 15% of that? And it said, oh, Rick, 15% of $135.4 trillion is 20.31 trillion US dollars. I was like, thanks, Chat GPT. Well, what is 52% of that? And you're wondering, what is 52%? Well, 52% is the current Bitcoin dominance, because I put that in there just to give me that threshold. Okay, well, if total crypto, just to put this in perspective, is what is 52% of this, right? And so that would be $20.31 trillion. Okay. This is why I said very conservative. This could actually be double of what I'm projecting here, or it could be half. Depends on, how it really comes out. To calculate the 52% and give me that, and said that's $10.54 trillion. And I said, okay, so $11 trillion is the total market cap of gold, just so you know. All the gold on the entire planet. The
I
gold
love
under I
gold.
love gold. All the gold on the planet is $11 trillion right now. Okay. This what just 52, so about half of that 15% that they're talking about would put Bitcoin at over that 11 trillion. Because when you look at its current market cap is $848 billion, and that would be 11.4 trillion. So if we divide that by 21 million, we get down here and we go, okay, that's a $542,000 Bitcoin. Guys, this is only based on half of the money of the 15%. So technically, this is only 7.5% of all assets under management going into Bitcoin. And some of these companies are now allocating up to 15%. It is very possible, very feasible. I'm not saying probable and likely. I'm saying feasible and possible that as soon as we have this approval of this ETF and this money starts to move in, if these companies did 7.5% of their assets under management into Bitcoin spot ETF, we could see a rally up to $500,000 Bitcoin so quick it would melt faces, and Jim Cramer might have a heart attack live on camera. I'm just saying.
So
And
good.
Guys, what do
I
you think?
do
What do you think
I do
about
see
that?
you having a I do see you having a very strong point there. And let me add that we have been having constantly those fake news that pump up the price. And then when we do not get to that, we retrace basically everything, but we keep ranging and going up. So this is something important that we need to consider, guys, that despite everything going wrong, all right, with reaching the ETF as we get there, Bitcoin, it's not breaking. All right. So what do I mean with that? Yes, we pump, we dump, we pump, we dump, but we haven't broke the actual big range. And I'm talking about the daily range that we can see. So we're still bullish, and that is a strength signal from Bitcoin. So we are now accounting. So this is what we talked about on accounting for this upcoming movement. So since we move up, move down, we move up and down as we keep having those news. Well, the fear that we're getting of those dumps start kind of like a regulating a little bit since we are not breaking down. Also, regardless, we need to be careful. We won't, I mean, there's also a possibility that we do go retrace to daily. As Piper showed yesterday on his chart, we can still do that. All right. But if we keep doing this same pattern and then we get approved, just like Piper said, we already have discounted that fear or that retracement on the market as we are speaking, and we're gonna be just like absolutely melting faces with the Bitcoin price.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. Trade fly, what you got real fast, and we'll get into some charts.
Yeah, man. I mean, it sounds reasonable. You know me. I am the perma bear in the group, maybe a little more
You are.
conservative. So
You are.
yeah, I am.
That
I
guy
see
right
half.
there, that's the bear.
Yeah, yeah, that's me, man. You need that opposing view. So I think that's a little high. I think we're gonna hit some psychological numbers and have some massive pullbacks. Do you think Bitcoin gets to anywhere 300,000-400,000 a coin? Yo, people are taking their profit and they're buying their Lambos. So we'll see. I think it just really depends on how much percentage wise that institutions are at that point controlling Bitcoin, because at that point, then I they're not going to take as much profit because they're in it for the long term. They don't have emotions. They don't see houses and cars and all that stuff. So I don't know. I'd be a little more conservative, but reasonable. And I think you're bringing some good facts. Facts. You're presenting some good facts here to the court. But
I try.
we'll see.
I try. I
Yeah.
try to do that sometimes. If I don't, I get phone calls from Crux after the show going, "What the hell was that?" And then he berates me and belittles me. He has my son throw stuff at me from the other room. I'm abused. I'm abused by my partner over here.
Is he there now? Throw something.
No,
Get him.
he's supposed to be. My wife and I last night, I was making dinner, and I said, "Look, he's supposed to be here helping me do the studio, but where's he at? Been on vacation for a month. A month,
Atta
man.
boy.
A
Atta boy.
month. No, it's ridiculous. Let's move on. Let's move on to the charts. All right, guys, jumping into the charts here, taking a look at Bitcoin. We were talking about this yesterday. I said, hey, look, we got this little pattern going on down here. Let me go ahead and pull in, and let's get this in here. I want to get my other parallel trend in here. There we go. So my parallel trend I felt was picking up the actual movement here of Bitcoin a little bit better than this rising wedge that Chart Prime put in. But guys, if you look at what it did, it kind of played out better than my parallel channel at this point. So shout out to Chart Prime. By the way, big updates today. OC, while I'm going through this, could you grab the link from the Chart Prime YouTube of the update video they just did and drop it into the chat here? That would be
Absolutely, my
awesome.
pleasure.
Thanks, man.
I'll
Appreciate
give a
it.
little shout out to KFIB, man, all the way from Germany. Let's go. Got some
Oh yeah,
international
KFIB.
audience.
He's in our Chart Prime community also. He's a Chart Primer, so he's
Let's
primed.
go.
Good to have him here. Let's go. There's the air horn. I got you, man. Let's take a look
Yeah.
here at what happened. We had this bounce on the dynamic reactor here, and this bottom rising wedge line there. Right now we're moving to the upside. We're hitting about 43,780 right now, heading towards 44,000 in my opinion. Easily could see us getting up here to that 44,200 to 44,300. We do have a trend assistant there and that upper trade band. I would watch those, but looking pretty bullish right now. Does look like we're about to get that flip of the ribbon coming back up into the cloud here. RSI Prime hit that 30% line, now starting to get some pretty good sized green candles, and we did bounce out of the Uchimoku cloud here, heading into a green signal line. So looking pretty strong right now here on Bitcoin. I'm going to go ahead and start passing this around. After I get done with this, we got to go to ICP, and then I'm going to take a look at the traditional market. So you guys get your charts ready. ICP, where are you? Insane Clown Posse. It's in here somewhere.
Oh, that's a reference right there. Yeah, I
I'm
had the
throwing out the
CD.
references, bro.
Yeah, I had
I
that
got to
one.
pull up ICP. ICP. There
Oh,
we
we
go.
should do that as the intro song, man. That would have been awesome. We missed out on that.
I know we did. It's horrible. It's horrible. Here we go. ICP USD. Looking here on Binance on the 4-hour chart. Let's go ahead and do some TA. Guys, do you see this right here? This yellow line? That is the 100-week exponential moving average. That is our current resistance right now on here. What else do we have here on the indicators that I could find? We are way above the dynamic reactor. We are sitting way above the trend assistant here. We did have a breakout of this rising wedge here, and it is given a target here of about 1284. I'm suspecting that if it comes down and breaks that, it hits the trend assistant to come back up. But right now, our current resistance is sitting right there on that 100-week exponential moving average. We did get the peak seeker and the overbought that signaled here along with a bearish divergence, giving us indication of downside, which we have seen there now. It does look like, though, that we're starting to get a shortening of the RSI Prime. I could see this actually not playing out to fruition on that take profit line, that target line there, and that we actually get this to start moving, possibly a bounce on this zero line and back up. So ICP looking strong right now, guys. And then lastly, like I said, on the traditional market side, Let's go take a look here. US 30, the Dow Jones looking up today to the upside, getting a nice bounce out of that bottoming range. The ES1 here, this is going to be your S&P 500, getting a push back up into that 382. And then lastly, the NASDAQ is getting a recovery after a massive, massive dump yesterday. You can see we did get a take profit mark. That's that purple check mark right there of that sell. But it looks like as far down as this RSI prime is, that it's poised to go back up again. So shout out to those that are in the tech world, because if you are, you're probably getting ready to have a pump on the NASDAQ. Tradefly OC, who am I going to first?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I got Aptos up. That's a big mover.
There you go. There you
There
go.
we
First speaker.
go.
First mover. You got it.
Aptos. Yeah, that thing is up 16.75% just in 24 hours. So let's take a look-see at it, right? I got the daily pulled up, more of a top-down approach here. Just looking at the chart prime indicator here, you do see a broadening wedge here, and we are getting to a level of resistance. All right, so this is probably one of those key areas that I would focus on. It's about 10.9 to 11, and just coming back left on the charts, you do see that is resistance, support, and a couple areas more of support and resistance, right? So that's a pretty key area I would look for. And so this is kind of, the inverse of what I talk about. A lot of times I look for that breakdown. Well, we also had a pretty big pump up. And then, like I said, it's an area that we're just focusing on here. So we're there right now, time now. So what are we going to do? We'll come down, we'll kind of look at the indicators and look for a trend there. Now, what I want you to kind of focus on, right? You see this descending price action going here, but then you see this ever so slight rise on the RSI, the prime oscillator, right? That was kind of your indication that we could get a little bit of an upward press from this area. Now we come to the top side, right? So we got some significant movement up, and then we come back down to the price oscillator here, or sorry, the prime oscillator, and you'll see a little bit of, ever so slight movement down. We keep getting into these overbought ranges, but you also see the price action coming up. We are now in an area of resistance. So for me, this is where I'm careful. This is where I say it's kind of a no-no zone for me, right? Because the drop off here in the RSI is not really what I'd be looking for. I would like to see something a little bit more significant, right? I don't want to see these tops here staying over, almost in the same area. They're coming up, overbought, overbought, overbought. I would like to see a trend down. So then you would have some like true divergence, right? And that would make me a little bit more excited about getting into a short. Right now, we're flirting with resistance, and I would say it's 50-50 on whether we break this resistance line or if we pull back. Now, what I would look for, though, is if it breaks this resistance, all right, then we're looking for a retest. So you would like for it to come up and then to come back down, test this area to flip it as support, and that would be a potential area for a long entry for it to go back up and right. So that's what I got on Aptos. Again, your key area is about 10.9 really to 11. Bottom side here is, look at this. Here we go. Here's your daily shield of the chart prime indicators. See this right here? Dynamic reactor. Look at the wick right off of it.
The perfect.
Beautiful.
Perfect. It is.
Beautiful.
It's a sniper, man. It is a sniper. You can pick up really great trades just on trading off that dynamic reactor on the bounces.
Their dynamic reactor seems every day. I feel like we talk about it, like something wicked off of it. Something found support there. Like, and talking to other TA guys, right? We talk to people in the background. One of the things that keeps getting mentioned is that dynamic reactor. So there's your shield for the day. Let's go. Boom.
Let's go. I do want to throw up here on the screen right now that like Mr. J said, I keep missing OC on CP Discord, Chart Prime Discord. It's the same time when Ben is on, okay? And he says that. And I love the response here that came from Eric Wallen. He said, no, sorry, Dave Digital. He said, well, just stop watching Ben. It's easy. So
I missed that comment.
Yeah, it's that simple. Hey guys, if you want drama-free content with trauma-free market charts, entries, then you tune in right here, Piper Academy. So drama-free content with trauma-free investment right here on Piper Academy daily, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there you go. Yes, OC. What do you got up there? It looks like Cardano. Looks like you got the Cardonzo token up. Let's go. Let's get it.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at Cardano. So first of all, thank you so much, Mr. J. Also, Mr. J, let me know if you would like me to change the class timing 1 hour after or before. I might be able to do it. So you can jump in. That'll be very great that you are in there. So let's go here and let's take a look at what we got on the previous analysis. Remember, and this is part of what we were expecting, right? That we were going down there and making a little range. All right. When we were making that little range, remember I said it's gonna be tick-tocking time because there is gonna be okay, ready, set, go, and the time will be counting for that range. We need to be a little bit careful. So this is the previous analysis. This is what we got right now. As you can see, that range, it is within the same area that I'm expecting to. As you can see, this is the peak of what I'm expecting that range to be, and we are bouncing up. Now, there's a real chance that we go for that dynamic reactor, so be careful on that possible movement. We are below the zero line. We have already reversal, but we enter right here. So that was a very neat entry. Then what's going to be for the next one? If we make it to the zero line and we bounce on, let me just remove, oh, come on. Let me just remove this previous line so we can redraw what we got here. I'm going to be looking for either FOR right here or break through the ribbon. All right. That will be defining whether I go back above the dynamic reactor, and I need to be very careful with this VPVR line because that's going to be for a retest. Remember, it's not about a breakout, it's about the retest. All right. Or if I bounce from it, well, then I'm going to be having a bounce from the dynamic reactor. Remember, dynamic reactor is a very strong one, and we need to see how Bitcoin it is moving. So far, we are still within plans. Let me just wrap it up. When I go to this resistance, I want to see either bounce of the zero line for an entry for a short in non-financial advice. That's what I'm going to be doing, or a breakthrough that zero line for a waiting zone, going for that VPVR line, breaking back below, waiting to see support, and on that support, going for my long or continuation of the long. If I make this movement and I do not find support, I'm gonna be reopening a short right there. All right. So very quickly, be careful. We're still not out of the woods now. We are below zero line, and remember what happens when we are consistently below zero line. Let me show it very quickly. Let's go a little bit here and let's watch this area in here. All right, so see it very quick, and as you can see from here to here, overall movement to the downside to big support. So that's what I got on ADA. Up next, I have OP, but first of all, I will like to throw it back to you guys to see if you have something else to show up on the technical analysis perspective.
Yeah, I've got Injective here real fast, guys. Up 13.58% on TradingView right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on here. So first off, you can see here on Injective that I have my my trade strategy, my Fibonacci trade strategy up here. Remember, when it pumps up and it rejects and pulls back into the golden pocket, you're supposed to enter on the 382. Well, check it out. We wicked perfectly back down again to that after going up and hitting all the way up here on that 0.618. We got our rejection then, did not hit the upper trade, the Hail Mary negative 1.618 yet. That was not hit on this run up, but it did hit take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. Well, we just wicked down yesterday and we hit again on that 0.5, that golden pocket again there. If you take a look at what's going on here with this, and this isn't your traditional golden pocket. This is my trade strategy golden pocket. So we did bounce off of that 50% there. We came back up, and so that would mean that you would have entered here again, right? We did come up and hit that that golden line. That would have been a move of, as of current price right now, 28%. It looks like we are going to continue on here past this negative 382. If we break this 0.618 and we get above that with a nice little retest, get above it, it would close out this, and then we would get that bounce. I would be watching, remember, right here, just so you guys are aware, before we get up to this ultimate target, we could have a liquidity zone grab right here people that have their stop losses set above those previous wicks. So be aware of that. But we could get back up here. That would be the delta line of the trade right there. That's that blue line above the green, and then the negative 1.618 at $52.11. I think that is what Injective's trying to do. If we look at the oscillators and stuff, we can see we were down under that 30. We were deep inside of that that bearish zone or that bullish zone down there on the Ichimoku, and we had an uptrend right there on Chart Prime's oscillator. There's the flip of the ribbon, momentum dot, good angle. When you look at that 45-degree angle, the OC trick there, that angle is greater than 45%, which means you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that dynamic reactor indicators from Chart Prime telling you upside movement. And then lastly, on top of that, we also had on traditional TA on my trade strategy there for Fibonacci's, a touch of the golden pocket. You had 9 total indications that this was going to be a good entry. All to the upside, and my target goal on that is still some more to go. So I think that Injective heading to that negative 1.618 again at $52.11. That's what I got. Trade flag, kick it over to you, and then back to OC.
All right, here's the one for you dirty DJs. Got a little cocky new up. Now we did talk about that yesterday, and it did, yeah. We said it was looking a little flaccid, and sure enough, it came down a little bit. But this is where TA comes in handy, right? So you look at the chart prime indicator here. So it broke out of the pattern, right? You see break a pattern right here. That's that green bubble. It comes up for the retest, and then it continued down and right. Now, the interesting part about this, this is how you can kind of tie it into the trading, right? So if you do the Fibonacci retracement, or if you use the Fibonacci retracement tool, you go from the low up to the high right here, kind of short term. And that's all you do from there to there, right? So that brings up your Fibonacci retracement tool, which is right here. See that Fib retracement? All right, so bring that up. And then you're like, okay, where could it come down to? To the areas I like to look at are the 0.5, the 0.618, also known as the golden pocket. So 0.65 to the 0.618 came right down into the golden pocket. All right, so came there, found support, right? So you're looking at it, and let's just do a measurement, right? So we get a pattern break, and let's say you're slow, right? Because you're looking for that retest, but you want confirmation of the retest. All right, you're looking right here, and then let's measure from there down, and we get about a 27% move, right? Because it is low cap, it's high volatility, so it moves pretty quick, pretty fast here, and it can, move like substantially because it is low cap. So we got that bounce. I mean, but that just shows you how you can kind of tie in the indicators with traditional TA using Fibonacci retracement. And sure enough, I mean, that would have been an amazing trade. I just wanted to point that one out. Cocky new.
Go. Well played on the indicators there too. So OC, over to you, bro. You got some OP for the
Absolutely.
OGs, for the alumni in here,
Yes.
the OGs, because Alex O Crypto's here, so we always have OGs in our chat when he's here.
Oh yeah, we are flooded with orders. Love it, love it. So, guys, this is a little bit of my spaghetti. Let me start cleaning something up in here. But before we do that, let me just start showing you what I have. Remember, I was waiting for a flip of the ribbon, and also remember we were looking at this possible entry. Very nice entry. We were patient with that little range. That range have its results. We went enter on the best possible scenario, which was right here as we were waiting for. All right, and now we are in profits. Let's take a look at now this section in here. This is the previous BPVR spike that I was looking for. And then also this other section here. All right, so those are, here we go. We have them right now. We bounce, all right, for the complete movement right here with a close of a couple of candles to the upside. But my fear it is that we don't have that enough momentum on the squeeze momentum indicator. All right, I would love to have a little bit more like a bigger waves in here, but so far we are not having that exponential movement here. So that is worrying. We might not have enough strength to keep moving that momentum. So that's when I'm looking at my squeeze momentum. So far on the oscillator, we are going for that FOR. All right, so let's do something. I'm gonna be moving my stop to entry and taking already 50% out. All right, I'm gonna keep the rest of the 50% out. I'm sorry, of the 50% in to keep trailing into the upside. All right, so let me start now. Start cleaning up a couple of stuff in here so we can have a much cleaner view and I can just wrap it up right now. And also, by the way, since we have Kafib in the show, I would like to also touch on Apple, because we're getting very close to the end of the previous trade that we took. All right, so this is cleaning up. Let me start opening up my here we go, my channel. So this is the channels that we were looking before. All right, and you can see that I was pointing out the center of that channel. Remember, we have a low volume breakout. It's not about the breakout, it's about the retest, and off we go. All right, now we're going back to the possible next retest, and look what we got right there, as not only the VPVR section, but also as an order block. Remember, order blocks are magnetic, and I could be looking at this as my next possible target. All right. After I break that, I will be in sync with the bottom of that range, or that channel that I have there. All right. So remember, again, it's not about the breakout, it's about the retest, and off we go. So that's why I need to be careful, because if I do that, if I'm rejecting here and I am not above the zero line, most likely I'm going to be bouncing back below. And you guys remember what happens when we are back below consistently on that oscillator. Let me just remind you that as we broke below, and then as we broke back above, oh, come on. Here we
Come
go. As
on.
you can see, we are consistently moving down there. Yeah. So, guys, if you are an OP, it's time to start taking some actions. For me, I'm moving stop to entry, taking 50% out, and trailing the rest up. So that's what I get. And up next, if you guys want me to, I can take a look at Apple. But throwing it back to you guys.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to take a look here real fast at the Dixie, and then we'll run back through one more time around TradeFly, and then to UOC before we wrap it out. We got about 8 minutes here, guys, but taking a look at what happened here on the Dixie, we had a run up here. If you look here, there was a strong, and then it comes down, max profit. This says, hey, we're about to turn around, and then up it goes, right? Take a look here. We actually hit yesterday, yesterday morning there, topped out. You see this line right here? That is your 100-week exponential moving average. Guys, I look at these all the time. Perfect rejection on that, and the dynamic reactor for the candle close. You see the candles closed inside of the dynamic reactor there. And then here, let me bring it in. There you go. Candle closed in the dynamic reactor, wicked off of the 100-week exponential moving average, and then downside. We just retested it on that rejection. Also, guys, I think the Dixie is getting ready to come back down. If the Dixie's coming back down, while markets are looking punchy, it means that the punchiness is going to get a little bit of fuel. It's going to get some legendary aviation caffeine in its system, and it's going to go even higher on the Bitcoin and the market side. So, yeah, looking like right now the Dixie wants to take a dump. So, TradeFly, let's kick it to you, and then let's get an OC, and then we'll trio cam this out and talk it out. So,
Right on. Yeah, I'm trying to bring up a TIA right now, but not having much luck with it for some reason. TIA. Let's go ahead, add it to the chart here. There we go. So this is going to be live and in color, man. So let's see. Oh, dude, I can't do much analysis on this one, but you know what? The chart prime indicator, look at that. Look how fast it brings it up for me. So looks like we're in a broadening wedge here, and
let
it
me
looks
see
like
what
we're
I
on
can
the
do
high
for
side
you
of it.
here.
Yeah, man. So
I'll
it's
see if I can do anything here on it. Let's try
I will
that.
say, yeah, I mean, obviously the pattern is pretty bullish up and right altogether, and it does seem to be respecting this broadening wedge here. You can see it's finding both support and resistance within that area, but still trending up and right. Coming down, looking at the prime oscillator, though, you do see kind of what I was talking about before, right? So this would be more what I would be looking for in terms of like, okay, this is telling me we're losing a little bit of strength. You get up and right price action, and then RSI is trending down and right.
Go
Now,
to
because
go to
this is
your
so new,
go
yeah,
to
go
your
ahead.
4-hour, brother. Go to your
4
4-hour.
hour,
You're going to get a
yeah,
whole different picture. Yep. Go to the 4-hour on it. You're going to get a whole different picture. We're hitting on the dynamic reactor perfectly. We just broke out of
yeah,
a falling wedge. When that pulls up, I actually have a falling wedge on mine. I'm not
yeah.
sure what you
I
got your
changed mine
settings
to a
on.
smaller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
falling wedge. We just had a breakout. We just hit the target on that also, by the way. So if you take a look here on
Hmm.
TIA, we had the confirmed breakout there. That was your target. We hit that, and we're continuing past it. We had hidden bullish divergence that printed on the oscillator. There's that market, that flip of the ribbon, the momentum dot, that greater than 45-degree angle up. We also came out of that 30% line, and the RSI prime turned yellow here on the Ichimoku. All of these bottom two guys, free indicators from Chart Prime, and they work great. Especially when you put them with the power of our Pro Suite. But yeah, this is a bounce on the dynamic reactor and a confirmed breakout, hit target, and it looks like it's continuing higher right now. So I just wanted to get that out of the way before you do everything else, because I had a little bit different picture on mine here. So
Yeah, I went straight to the daily. So, I guess it's depends on what you kind of like to use, right? So 4 hour, a
on
little bit more
newer
short
assets,
term.
you got to go with a little bit lower on
Yeah,
newer stuff
yeah.
so that
Nah,
you have
that's
more history of candles. So
that's valid. Yeah, didn't realize how new it was until I opened it up. So cool. Yeah, that's a look at TIA. We'll go with what Piper's talking there. Looks like he's got something a little bit better than I did, but we did get it pulled up for you guys so we could take a look at it. So
sweet. Yeah, TIA, definitely keep an eye on that. It looks like it could be a mover. So
yeah, man.
OC, let's kick it over to you for Apple, and then we'll try cam this out. So
Absolutely. So, guys, very quick on Apple. We had taken a trade. Remember that we were going below this little line. If been on chart prime classes. So, I'll also try to bring you a couple of those insight as we move on into some stocks. But we entered this trade right here. Remember, my stop loss was right at the center of the channel, just in case we bounce from it. And my first target profit was right here because VPVR, and also because we have our first support. All right, so what happened there? Take 50% out, going back up. It's not about the breakout, it's about the retest. Retest very close to that support zone. We confirm a strong resistance, a strong movement. So I did only took back TP number 2 in here, and we're breaking that channel, that bigger channel that we have here. But since we have Kafib in the chat, let's take a look at daily because he specialized on daily, and this is where we have a range inception, guys. So look at that. Beautiful going up, and then beautiful range going down. So what's happening right now? We are on dynamic reactor and at the bottom of that range. So for me, that will be time for me to be taking TP number 3 and closing the trade, or keep trailing it. All right. So, and this is gonna be for me, guys. I am gonna be calling out my third TP because previously I have max profits as I break here. If I break through and then I bounce back up, well then that'll be good for me because I'll be waiting for my next opportunity to either break through the zero line or bounce
come back to us, OC.
from this first short in here. Sorry.
You froze again.
Oh, damn this damn internet! I've been calling them and they don't show up. But yeah, I mean that's fine. I'll get it fixed ASAP. My beautiful Mexico. But yeah, so basically that is what I got. Yep.
My contractor that's supposed to be putting wood walls in my studio is down here in El Paso, Texas, on the border. So I get the same quality in US as you get down there. It's inshallah, God willing, I'll be there when I said so.
Oh my God. There you go, Mexico exporting latency. Oh, way to go.
Hey, you can't beat their prices. You can't beat the prices that they do the work for, or the quality of the work though. So when he does show up, he makes it all worth it. So so are you done on the Apple? Is that it? That's your target?
I'm done with Apple. Yes,
Okay,
that is
cool.
my target.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us today. $500,000 Bitcoin. It's a pipe dream. I know that, but I do think eventually someday it will happen. But this could be a catalyst that starts that journey at least. For those that joined us today, thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you guys for coming here every day. You could go anywhere you want. You could have done anything you chose to do this morning, but what did you choose to do? Chose to join us here on Piper Academy. Tradefly, OC Guy, myself, we all appreciate you guys being here. Markets, like we said yesterday on that dump, just breathe. It's going to be okay. Things are still looking strong. Things are still looking healthy, and we've seen that was 100% the truth. We try not to bring you guys too much hopium because hopium gets people wrecked, but we also don't want you guys to get in that downward spiral of negativity. If we see things that you guys should be looking at as a positive outlook on things, we're going to definitely keep pointing it out to you every day because we get through this together. Together, we all going to make it, right? WAGMI. TradeFly, you got anything for the people on the way out, bro?
Hey, as always, thank you guys for tuning in. It's truly appreciate it. If you guys got anything from today's show, go ahead, give us a like and subscribe. We would truly appreciate that. We are growing here every day. We're seeing our views go up. So super excited about that. Love this team. Love the vibe. Love interacting with you guys in chat. And that's all I got. You guys have a good
OC
one.
guy. What you got?
Basically, shout out to the Chicago people. I have a couple of families there, so shout out for you guys. I mean, yeah, lovely city, love it. Go visit. In fact, my aunt is on Pueblo, so I like to take that little train that takes you to Chicago downtown. So thank you so much, guys, for joining today, and just kick it back to this beautiful guy.
Thanks, OC. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us today. We will catch you guys tomorrow morning. It's Friday. Let's go. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing live 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you guys the charts, the music, and everything that you need. The charts, the markets, the music. That's the music's cue right now. The charts, the markets, and everything you need to have knowledge because knowledge is profit. Till then, trade safe. And as always, use a stop loss.
That was awesome, dude!